me a second, I'm making coffee. Damn it! Piss. Like now, it's all the above. Give me a second, I spilled milk absolutely everywhere and it's just such a mess. How is everyone doing, by the way, on this fine day? Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. Hi Duncan Windows, hi Rainspec, hi Remco, hi Singularity, hi Catman, hi. Hi everyone, welcome, give me a sec. You know what? You know what, screw it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. Hilarious, am I right? Okay. Hi. Welcome. Alright. So today we will be... Let me just get everything set up and ready to go. Today we'll be working on physics and math. Yes, singular to both. That's because I have actually done a fair bit of scripting for the maths video. Hi Reblax! Oh, how just mentioned maths and Reblax BS. I've actually done a fair bit of scripting for the maths video. It's going pretty well. I play. And yeah, I was just had some time today, so I just started scripting it, and I feel like I've properly explained the concept of the space and the metric space, and now I've got the completeness, which is actually a pretty good one. I've done a fair bit too. I saw, yeah. Actually, Flame, when you're done, just let me know. I can then just end the stream then and yeah, and finish the video. Hold on. Live chat, right, you are correct. When done writing or done recording, whichever one. I feel like recording would actually be better, because now I can just go straight to editing. And speaking of editing, the quantum mechanics video, actually, we've done a fair bit of animations for it already. The math video, I will need to release the math video before the quantum mechanics, won't I? That's because for the wave function, I think we've hit a bit of a roadblock with actually the title of the stream. How does the Hilbert space relate to the wave functions? Make it why you free clones. Oh, wait, that's a good question. Where are they? There we go. Hi, Timon. Hi, Timon. Hi, Etty.
Hello.
There we go.
Did you switch to live chat?
Yes. What's the deal with phosphorus pentoxide? It's the same thing, except we're dealing with wave functions. Alright. May I? Oh, I may. Library text, my beloved. Hey, what is the deal with them, though? Because for all the wave functions, it's all just that I'm looking for something a bit more rigid than just, you know... Actually, why am I looking up wave function? I should be looking up the definition of a wave function of insanity. Wave function. Do you have a definition there? No, I'm looking for a definition. One spinless particle in one dimension. You know what? I like that. I like spinless particles in one dimension, so I'm all for it. But would you happen to have wave function covers values? Yeah, but I'm assuming so. Normalization condition is there. That's kind of an obvious one. Is that it? I feel like there'd be more. finite dimensional Hilbert space. That sounds like something that will be connected. Hi, Difference Pizza. Hi, welcome. Wanted to ask if you were good at physics even before uni. Did you attend or any other Olympiads? If I was good at physics even before uni, well, depends. Do you think I'm good at physics? I would say, because kind of a fun fact about myself, I have not gone to a university. Make it in uni, I know, right? Scandalous. Because physics got literally invented. Exactly. Physics, oh, you mean that pet project of mine a while back? You all still do it? Wow, that's crazy. Hi, paper, hi. Final dimensional Hilbert space. Yes, okay. Originally referred to infinite dimensional complete inner product spaces because, of course, infinite dimensional mathematicians just had to. Yeah, clearly additional shipment of weed came in the mail. Include finite dimensional. Okay. Include finite dimensional complete inner product space as well. I know what that means now, considering how right here I'm making a video about complex inner product complete metric spaces. So that's good. That's progress. Infinite dimensional mathematicians. Is of normal the projection operators given by when the projection is equivalent identity operators. This spans over the Hilbert space. Thus, leaving any. Wave function is instead given by this. It's a set of complex numbers which can be used to construct wave function using the above formula. Okay. So this seems like an answer. This seems like an answer. It's fine. Just there's my coffee. Okay, give me a second. Let's try it again. While Hilbert spaces are referred to infinite dimensional complete inner product spaces, they by definition include finite dimensional complete inner product as well. In physics, they are often referred to as finite dimensional Hilbert spaces. For every finite dimensional Hilbert space, there exists an orthogonal basis sets that span the entire Hilbert space. Okay, the n-dimensional set, this n-dimensional. Oh, so that's for every. All right, is orthonormal. Then the projection operator for the space spanned by these states is given by this. Make it. Can carbon form a quadruple bond to itself? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, can is pretty vague.
Wasn't Flame in chat a minute ago?
Yes.
Yeah, all three scientists were like in chat a minute ago.
The use of wave spaces, the use of vector spaces to describe wave functions more or less clicked for me earlier. It hasn't for me. Well, this hasn't for me. Projection is equivalent identity operator, so it's one with yeah. Hilbert space does leaving any vector. In the product space, okay. Pre-Hilbert space, that's a great name. Definition. Okay, a vector space V of a field F together with an inner product that's a map. Alright, simple. So far, simple. Conjugate symmetry, linearity, positive definiteness. Okay, checks out so far. Alright. Alright, now Hilbert. David Hilbert. People who have first names as last names are always just so terrifying.
What?
Hilbert's a first name? Oh no, it sounds like a first name, doesn't it? Hilbert.
Yeah, I'm still confused. This first and last thing is
David Hilbert. I know, Hilbert sounds like a first name. So therefore, you know what? As if we're getting distracted. We're getting distracted from the important stuff. Motivating example. Don't care about the motivation. Mathematicians don't need a motivation to do stuff. They need weed. In the product. Okay, yeah, linear.
okay.
So the norm is this. Polynomial system norm is a real value function. Alright. You take the square root of a product.
The Fox was acronymous from Discord.
Well, I understand the shy, welcome. We need motivation for this definition. It's just instead of understand how stuff that exists works, it's usually hair, numbers. What I mean, hair spheres. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, alright? Because I might be. But it really feels like in order for you to use an inner product, you need to first define an inner product. That sounds very math core, you know. This for some reason feels like the easiest way. Quantum states, notation, Bra-kets, vertical Bra-kets. Alright. You need to define a product, but if you have a couple of usual ones that we use all the time. I don't know any of them though. That's well, unless I do and I just don't realize it. But still, even then, this is equivalent to me not knowing. Some of them you don't. Okay, so it's the typical state. I see. In the product bracket identification or Hilbert space. Yes, that sounds like something I'm looking for. That sounds so much like something I'm looking for. I cannot answer any of the stuff. Don't worry, Rainspec. I'm quite literally researching it for 2 videos that will hopefully explain it. What if I do the Fourier transform, which is a change of bases and could be all explained with Hilbert spaces? I'd accept it. I am... Oh, hold on. Okay, this... I'll draw in column... Okay. In a product in bracket identification of Hilbert space. Main article in a product. Actually, you know what? I might need to. Bracket notation is partly useful in Hilbert spaces which have an inner product. It allows submitting communication and defining vector conditional function bracket and vice versa. Hilbert space. With the first argument anti-linear as preferred by physicists. What does that mean with the first argument anti-linear? I'm sorry. Am I losing my mind or conjugate linear environment? But am I losing my mind? The first argument anti-linear was is it a different first argument? Conjugate linear. Wait, so is anti-linear the same as? No, it can't be. No. Physicists use a different convention from mathematicians. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't like it. Fully equivalent to an anti-linear identification between a space vector and a branch. Okay. Right, so a bracket is the inner product. Blame the physicists. I mean, the article is blaming the physicists. It's specified with the first argument anti-linear as preferred by physicists. It's specified. Case where you consider vector space comes in a ket can be identified with a column vector and a bra as a row vector. If, moreover, we use the standard Hermitian in a product on C, the bra corresponding to a ket, particular bra and a ket. Hold on, I may be going crazy again. What's the difference between a bra and a ket?
Isn't it they're just like the one of them is standing, the other one is laying down?
What does that mean?
Like if you wrote them as vectors, like one of them is a like cat is a standing vector and bra is a vector that is laying down.
For sure, but I have so many questions. So many questions. So let's start with the simplest one so I won't lose my mind. Now I will, because I imagine you need to define some kind of basis. I will use Blender for this because that seems like the easiest way for me to avoid notation. What you are saying right now to me, Timon, is effectively that this red one is a bra and the green one is a cat, right?
Yes. No, like other way around.
Okay, so this one is a cat, this one is a bra.
Yeah.
Okay. What about now? How do you define the staying up? What in relation to what?
Like it's not like not the direction of the vector. It's like how do you stack the numbers? Like do you stack the numbers like when you're writing it on a paper? Do you put the numbers above each other or next to each other? Like if you think about vectors as matrices, is it a 1 by n matrix or a n by 1 matrix? Like if you look at the Wikipedia article, the
Okay, but effectively,
like
what's
B,
the difference then between them?
Like B is like look at that. Like the one that has B in it is standing up, and the one that has A stars, it's laying down. The vector itself, like the way you stack the numbers.
Okay, but what's the difference?
All right. Let me open up a paint and I can show you on Discord.
There is whiteboard.
Yeah, but whiteboard hates my whiteboard hates my art pad for some reason. So, like, if you have a bra, then you have like A, B, C, cat, let's X, Y, Z, and like it is important because if you multiply them like matrices, like A, B, C, if you do the matrix multiplication, this will just result in the dot product of the two vectors. But if you multiply them the other way around, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, then you get the, let's name this A and let's name this X. So this is the, like this, if you get, I'm bad at explaining stuff, and no, other way around, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm really bad at explaining stuff. So yeah, this is this, and wait, what am I? But which
Really
this
take
is
this
what I
for a
use.
second to make sure that I didn't misread.
And yeah, you know how to multiply matrices, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you just do the matrix multiplication, and if you do the matrix multiplication, you either get a here you get a symmetrical matrix, and here you get a just a scalar, basically.
So these aren't vectors; they're matrices.
Well, vectors are just matrices that are one
No,
dimensional.
because you can't multiply vectors.
Yeah, you can. I just did like
No,
just
you
the way
need
you do
like
it with matrices, like
vectors are matrices. But wait, so can you multiply vectors?
yeah, I just did it like two different types, and there's also the a times x, like the but that is like of the weird rotational thingy.
Two vectors? No, yeah, you can't yeah, so hold on, just to make sure, Reblax, you can't multiply vectors, correct? But one vector and a covector, yes. Okay.
Wait, where is the music coming from? Shut up.
One line vector and one line and one column vector, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And this is like this is bra, and this is cat. Bra is the line vector, and cat is the column vector. Basically, it's just notation.
I'm gonna assume that's the fault of physicists because this is fucking awful. Because basically, two columns, no, one line column, yes. We are homophobic. That's precisely my like. The thing is, you can't multiply vectors. Is like one of the first things. It's the hook of practically every single textbook that's trying to explain what vectors are in more strict terms. Like you can't multiply vectors. Like that's the one thing I know about vector products that was always certain of. You can't multiply vectors.
I mean, I don't know, the dot product, the cross product.
Yeah, but that's precisely why you define them, because you can't. Anyway, it doesn't mean anything precise. No, but that's the point. You can't multiply vectors. For each vector space, you need to define what your multiplication would be. You define the products.
You multiply scalars by defining a multiplication as well. Like you always define the operation.
But an inner product space, you need to specify that it's an inner product space. It's different. Like an inner product is not the property of just any space. One vector and one covector, so it's fuck. So okay, so they're effectively matrices.
Yes.
I hate this. The burning passion.
A number can be thought of as a one by one matrix.
Not even multiplying vectors here make it exist in the same space. Precisely my point. Makes so much sense. Why? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. That's the problem. What does the inner product has to do with anything?
Which one is the inner product? I don't know the English
Well,
words
the
for
Hilbert
stuff.
space inner product. The inner product that the Hilbert space is defined around.
I studied, like, I know skill issue, but I studied physics and mathematics in Hungarian. But you know what? I can just Google it. Oh, so basically the dot product. All right. Hi there.
Hush jump. Hi, Sa. Hi.
Hello.
Being between classes, but I want to check up on the charity. Well, I'm glad you did, though. I'm glad you did. I'm reading up on the Hilbert space again. And given if this is one of the Hilbert space even is, it's a mess. Not this. Is a cat bra an inner product?
No, that is if a cat times a bra will be just a matrix. Just it will be a square matrix.
Okay, for everything Korean, trust it weekly emulator. You know, right now I have some coffee with sugar and vibrations to do. Alright, that's fine. I just need some coffee as well. Wait, so what is the inner product in quantum mechanics? Like, was it defined?
I think it's just the same thing as inner products of any vectors.
So what is it?
Like the same way you define inner product in mathematics.
Well, I mean, in mathematics, inner product is just any product that follows that like fits this definition. So it can be. Wait, so it can be any product in quantum mechanics?
No, like it's the when someone says inner product, like with two vectors, it's just the same thing. It's just you go them like you multiply the first element, then the second element, and add it to it, the third element, and add it to it. It's like when it's a continuously infinite matrix, it's you don't actually do it, but like you know what I mean.
Integral. Oh, that one. Thank you, Roblox. Okay. So this one. Wait, integral of conjugated f. Is this time meant to be multiplication? So actually, I can just paint. Okay, no, point by point multiplication. So wait, so is it over all of space? Would it be negative infinity to infinity, or is it a different kind of, or is it one of you funny ones? Yeah, whatever. Would it be this?
Yeah.
This is proven notation for complex conjugation, but yes, that's. I don't know any other notation for complex conjugation. 1D, okay.
I think that the star should be on the other side of the letter, but I mean, I approve of this. Like this is the physics notation. The mathematicians notate it with a line above the matrix.
Oh
Or
yeah, I
no,
forgot
the
about that.
yeah.
You don't know the bar? No, the only the only way I've learned this was through quantum mechanics. I've never seen the bar. Actually, I might have seen the bar, but I don't think it was for. Most of the time, the bar was for like turning functions into scalars. Presentation side, yeah, we have the position thing, like this basically. This is the position thing.
multiplication has cation in it.
Okay, so in physics, you just take two matrices, or rather, with the inner product, you take with the bracket just means taking two matrices and then multiplying them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bra and the ket just tells you what kind of matrix it is, if it's the sideways ones or a top down.
Yep.
If physics have to use more why create such esoteric notation? Because they like just messing around. No, the boldface vectors are my favorite thing. Just phenomenal. Scientific the complex space, for example, infinite dimensional vector space, wave functions. Hold on. So if you have a sideways vector and a top down, that can still be in the same vector space.
Yeah.
How? Then wait, so then if you can now, if top down and sideways vector are in the same vector space, then what is the difference between the top down and the sideways one?
I always thought of it as notations, but I'm a very but I really like abusing mathematics, so.
No, because the thing is, the way I've been introduced to linear algebra is when you have a vector x, y, z, whatever, then this was, well, to be fair, linear algebra, maybe that's the problem. Then this, as a vector, it made sense to have the top down different from the sideways in a matrix versus vector, simply because right here was as a space. I need to go back to the source. The field is not to defeat a binary operation and a binary function, so that's why the 8 axioms listed below in the constant element v. Okay. Associativity, right. Commutativity, vector addition, right. So, okay, so, like, this is the part I'm struggling with. Because it would, in order for it to be in the same vector space, it would need to follow these axioms, right? And I'm just really struggling with that, you know? Because what this would then basically say is that like a top-down vector x, y, z plus, I don't know, which, this one, actually, hold on. The multiplication one, maybe. How do you add these vectors? Top down and sideways. And of node down sideways. Chaotic neutral.
Well, if I saw that, I would just force one of them to lay down or.
You did not add top
Set
down
them
and sideways
like-
vectors. Okay, so you can't add them. It's like adding meters to second. I mean, yeah. Yes. They're not in the same space. So wait, so are they in the same vector space or not in the same vector space?
Listen to Reblox. I just learned how to use it and I'm abusing it, so.
They are not in the same vector space. That's what fucking confused me. That's what I'm saying. Now, Timon, do you see why it's so confusing? Operation name image that combines them. Okay, well, that's the fucking reason why I was so confused, because to me, it really seemed like you had a vector from one vector space, and then you have a vector from another vector space, and you just had that, just chilling. Having them together. With the matrix to bridge the gap, it makes sense, but I am still upset. I don't like it. It's awful. It's awful.
I love how I've been doing this for this kind of multiplications for years now, and I never really cared to ask about the vector spaces. No, I feel like as if I've been driving cars for years and never knew how the engine worked.
That's just typical physicist behavior. Physicists do that. Maybe that's the problem. I think if it's someone else, tiny bit of sugar, but asking physicists, I would probably bore them. The thing is, I think that what's stopping me is the fact that I just struggle with understanding vectors as matrices.
It's just a 1/n matrix.
No, because this feels like tensor stuff. And tensors just don't connect nicely to my understanding of linear algebra.
I'm not even sure what's the difference between tensor and matrix, and Remco informed me that I should know the difference.
The thing is, let me show you why it feels like tensor stuff to me. It's like hyperdimensional vectors, if that makes sense. Definition. No, there is no definition. Tensor is something that operates like a tensor. Oh.
Yeah.
Multi-dimensional arrays, there we go. So it's vector in an n-dimensional space represented by a one-dimensional array with n components with respect to a given basis. Which is very mathematics way of putting it. You haven't done enough GeoNode. What do you mean? Tensors using CG. No, I mean, I know what it is like that. But I don't know mathematically what tensor is. The same way as understanding matrix, by just where it's used, that's trivial. Just a bunch of numbers. That's not difficult. Once you get into mathematics, that's when you start getting suicidal. I mean, educated. Is there any physical interpretation for a transposed vector, or is it just like left there to Pangu? Just
I think it's just there.
cool. That's great. All right. Glad to hear that. That's nice to know. Hi, Ramen. Thank you. Happy birthday to you too. Okay, so so there are vectors and vectors. Got it. This is fun. All right. So from this day on, I will stop thinking of cats as vectors, and I will just accept that this is not fun. Vector space. I think we should stick to 1D matrices. 2D is too complicated. Cats are vectors, but they're vectors and vectors, you know, and I don't like it. I guess cats would, but the thing is, a bracket. It's just I don't have an abstract enough understanding of a vector space in order to figure out brackets. Okay, so you have the outer product, which is this. That's cat bra, and bracket is the inner product. In the Hilbert space, right? Because I swear, if that fucking won't be true, I'm... Okay. Bracket notation pack used from the Hilbert spaces, which have an inner product. That allows immediate conjugation and identification vector. Okay, so bracket is just taking... Got it. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm great. I'm fine. I'm just... Okay. Brass are not cats, but since they are available, you can pretend they are the same in a canonical way, and that works. But I don't... I'm fine. I need to calm down. Okay, so you see, Reblax, I don't have an abstract enough understanding of vectors in order to understand... Okay, allow me to visualize it for you. Imagine like a graph of understanding of maths, right? Here's negative, here's positive, this is the physics. Basically, if you ignore the maths, right, then everything works great. If you know the maths, everything works great. And then you have the valley in the middle. And I'm like right here. Okay? Does that explain the predicament I'm in? None of this makes sense. I swear it's actually simple. You just have to present properly. I know it's. I mean, I know it. I know it's logical, for a fact. I know that. Right now, the biggest thing I'm struggling with is understanding what's the physical interpretation of the bra.
I don't think that your coordinate cares that if you write the numbers horizontally or vertically.
Yeah, but if it didn't care, then we just wouldn't write them horizontally. Because why would we?
But we still want to multiply stuff, so
yes,
we
but
might
you
as
can
well.
multiply. Yeah, but you can multiply the product if it's always vertical.
No, you can only multiply like bras with cats and cats with bras. You can't multiply bra with bra or cat with cat.
No, I need to pop this back in. Vector products exist.
Yeah, exactly. Because of this.
No, they exist in general. What do you mean? Vector products.
Yeah, and you do the
Have you
exact same
ever
process.
ever heard of a cross product?
Yeah, that's I mentioned it when I.
Yeah, so like there has to be a reason why. Instead of this is an act, like this is an act. They actively changed it around, which means there has to be a reason for it. Because otherwise, they would all just be vectors in the same vector space, and you'd just be doing some other kind of product between them.
Cross products are just some 3D shenanigans, rotation stuff, but like inner product and outer product are.
But you could still define the product between two vectors. You could do it, and they didn't do it, which means there has to be a reason for why they didn't do it.
Yeah, but they did. Like there's the inner product and the outer product.
How should I explain this to you? Okay, imagine that you have. Okay, no, that's too abstract. Let's tone it down a bit. Imagine that you have. Fuck, this is difficult. I spent the entire morning scripting and segment on topological spaces, and now I'm just struggling to like come up with an example that humans who aren't clinically depressed would come up with. Okay, so imagine you have two sets, all right? Just two sets like these. And in the first set, actually, let me just draw more like that. You have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? And that's what your two sets look like. Now, the union will be the thing in the middle. Now, if at some point in mathematics, or rather in physics, someone was talking about two sets and we're discussing some kind of hypounion between them, which would be what you get if you swap all the elements around, or like swap elements around according to some rules, and only then talk about the union, then there must be some kind of reason for it, because we already have an operation called the union. Which means you could already get the union of two sets, but they didn't do it. They actually did something way more complicated, so there must be a reason for why they did something more complicated. The same way as they could have just done a product between two vectors, they didn't. So there has to be a reason why they avoided that and why they used the brass.
Okay, but can you look at my stream for a bit?
Yeah.
Like if you have an inner product, like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, then what you do to get the number here is just AX plus BY plus CZ. And this is how you define the inner product if you just write this, and this is just something that like you will learn in high school. And if you just use bras and cats, you get and you just do the matrix multiplication, you do the exact same process. If you do the matrix multiplication.
Roblox, when I said that you can't multiply vectors, what I meant by that is or at least the way it's always been explained to me, is like the reason why you have so many products between vectors is precisely because there is no operation analogous to just multiplication of vectors. So you can add vectors together, but you can't multiply them. That's why you need to define products for different things. I am posing it to you as a question of is that correct or not. So if that's incorrect, please correct me. But that's how it's always been explained to me. So you basically, you don't have just V times W. Instead, you need some kind of product between them. And there's just a bunch of those. And that's what I meant when I said you can't multiply vectors. Carry on, Timon.
I lost the train of thought, but I think it's just the inner product, like whatever you use, the mathematics kind or the brackets, is just you do the exact same operation. You just come to the conclusion that hey, I have to do this set of operations in a slightly different way.
But why? Because what you said is that like okay. So my question is, why are you doing it with bras and cats instead of doing it with just cats and defining a new product for them?
Because we already have a very nice way to multiply matrices. We already have the inner product. They happen to be these exactly same stuff, and bracket is an easy notation that is like easy to use, indicate which kind of product you're using, and it's just a cool notation.
Do you have like a source you could link to me that shows that? It's not that I don't trust you, but I do not trust you.
No, perfectly fair. My linear algebra book is in Hungarian,
the true statement is there is no product operation interesting enough for mathematicians to call it the vector product. Yeah, but that's not quite as catchy as you can't multiply vectors now, is it? When a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. It's that kind of, So that was precisely my point for, like, you can't multiply vectors. Like, for each one, you need to define what multiplication is. So therefore, in this case, they didn't define what multiplication is. Instead, they just did the bras and cats, which is a clear outlier from the norm. That is not how it is done anywhere else in existence. This is the first time I ever see anyone do this kind of thing. So there had to be a reason. What's more, the way I understood it, maybe I probably am wrong on this one as well, but the way I always understood is that you define the product for a vector space. Too many hypotheses you end up with a dimension being heavily restricted for topology reasons. Let's see. Why not email algebras and formalize it this way? You know what? I'm gonna hit up my boy Paul Dirac. I'm gonna hit him up. I'll ask him why he thought that bracket notation was. I don't know if he'll respond. That's it, coin toss.
Paul Dirac. I think you're like 41 years late if you wanted to email Dirac being like an alive person, but I mean, if you can communicate with the dead, then yeah, go ahead. Good idea.
Never you can't do a thing. It's not worth anything to do a thing. Alright, fine. From now on, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, there isn't an interesting enough definition of vector multiplication for there to be a general abstract vector multiplication, and therefore you need to define it separately based on the case. That's way more catchy. You're right.
But I mean, these are the same. inner and outer product are essentially just matrix multiplication, so it's not even a new definition or a new thing. And cross product is just some shenanigans that only happens in 3 dimensions.
Timon, but that's a kind of a bullshit logic, though. Because with that, well, then why are they using complex numbers? I mean, real numbers are a thing that everyone already uses. Why do you need to bring in complex?
Because they can be cool, like.
So what? Everyone already uses real numbers.
Like
that already exists. Why do you need to bring in the complex numbers there?
I'm not sure about the analogy here.
Well, that's the point. Like, you're saying that it exists, therefore might as well use it. That's not how things work, though. Scientists don't just go around and use things just because they exist. They invent stuff when they don't exist. That's why we subsidize weed for the math departments. Or at least we should. In the product of each vector, okay. By placing a vector in its antilinear vessel.
Like what physicists mostly use is that look at the kind of tools and stuff that mathematicians have created and just pick one out that they like and they start using it. It's like I don't know, we don't like invent the toolbox, we just go to the toolbox, steal some stuff from them and then use them, sometimes abuse them, like. And mathematicians invent stuff for fun. Without like a purpose.
Is adding 2 numbers basically 1D vector addition, if you kinda...
Well, numbers are 1D vectors, so...
No.
Or 1x1 matrices.
The problem is I am stuck between a rock and a cock in this case, because the thing is, Reblux has an... Okay, with this one, right, the valley I drew, right? I am right here. Timon is right here. Reblux is right here, and like it don't help at all. This is basically scalars are 1D vectors would walk in here, It doesn't walk in here. They're not. I mean, they are, but they're not. Like, if you take a look at Timon, take a look at this.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Where is it? Hold on.
It's a bit late.
Wikipedia linear algebra. Like, the thing is, if you go to linear algebra, vector spaces, there we go. Vector spaces, you have the axioms, right? And you can say that they differentiate between a scalar and a vector.
Yeah.
That's because right here, by the way, you have multiplication between scalars, but at no point in all of these axioms do you have multiplication between vectors.
Yeah, because like
And
scalars are inherently like scalars, vectors can be like 1 by anything or anything by 1.
No, the point is that you can multiply scalars, however, you don't have multiplication defined for vectors. And as such, scalars are just completely different from vectors. Because you could multiply a scalar with a scalar, but you cannot multiply a 1D vector with a 1D vector. unless you define the multiplication for it. And as such, scalars are not 1D vectors. But I can fucking promise you that Reblax will just, in a second, just hop in and be like, actually, and then just generalize fucking tensor where, oh, you have tensor multiplication, which works for any just n-dimensional array, and I'm in a valley. It's awful. It's awful. Was I looking for? No, bracket notation, right?
Like scalar is like, when I say number, I don't necessarily mean scalar. Like there can be some difference between them if like, yeah.
And literally what I just said happened. I mean, scalars are 1D vectors, but they have a very cool product which is commonly referred to as multiplying numbers. That's precisely what I'm saying.
That's what I said. Like.
R1 is the only place where scalars are 1D vectors make sense. It could make sense in order as well, but I mean, it all depends. In physics, you have definitions so specific. In physics, you have definitions so specific that you can say that. In maths, you have definitions so general that you can also say that. But in between, it's not. You can multiply vectors as long as they're one-dimensional. You can multiply vectors at any point if you define the multiplication. The problem is that the definition of multiplication varies across physics. I mean, not for scalars, it doesn't. For scalars, it's always the same. But for, depending on the field you're working in, multiplying two vectors together will mean a different thing.
No, it won't.
What do you mean it won't?
Like, you either like do inner product or outer product, which is like essentially just matrix multiplication, but you will have your 1 by n dimensional matrices. And if you work in 3 dimensions, you just smack these the cross product in, which is another different thing.
So we don't say scalars map, we say field, so feel smarter. That's another thing which is so annoying. Just call it a field. It makes it sound real confusing. Because then you have a vector space that's defined like based on a field, and it just feels like a hyperspace. In reality, it's just what it means is just multiple numbers. Mathematicians are just incapable of saying you have two numbers. You need to say the M2, don't you? Okay, so when you multiply two vectors in maths, I mean in physics, right, Timon?
Mm-hmm.
Do you multiply them with an inner product or a cross product?
If it's an inner product, then it's an inner product. If you're like if it's a cross product, it's like you note it. Like if you just smack if you ever see like two vectors just smacked next to each other, it's always an inner product. If you see the cross between them, it's a cross product.
Okay, so
like
you sometimes multiply them with a cross product and sometimes with an inner product.
Well, yeah, there are two different operations.
My
It's
point.
like you're asking.
It's two different versions of multiplication. Yes.
No, it's like asking, like, hey, in physics, if you have two numbers, do you add them together or do you subtract them from each other? Like two different operations. Sometimes we do one, sometimes we do other.
Those are not two different operations, Timon. Because
Yes, they are. Like
A plus B, okay, is equal to A minus B if you want to do it this way.
yeah,
And one of them, unless you're talking about A plus B and also A minus B, but one of them is a summation, the other one isn't. Unless you are talking about A plus minus B, but then minus B is not equal to minus B.
your point.
They're not the same.
Yeah, yes. Addition and subtraction are not the same operation. Just like cross product and inner product are two very different operations.
Okay, when you want to take a sum of two vectors, what operation do you use?
Addition.
Yes. If you want to take a product of two vectors, what operations do you use?
Do I want to take the inner product or the cross product or the outer product?
Oh, you didn't ask that question for addition, did you? Isn't it
Well,
curious
no.
that when I asked for you to take a sum, you didn't ask what kind of sum, you just said
No.
sum,
It's like
addition.
It's like first you asked, do you want an apple? Then you asked, do you want a vegetable? And I asked back, what kind of vegetable? And you were like, oh, like it's curious that there are only one kind of apples, but multiple kinds of vegetables.
Well, you didn't ask what kind of apple, did you?
Well, no, because apple is an apple. Well,
Oh, why, Timon? Go on, do tell. I'm curious to hear. Why didn't you ask what kind of apple?
if you asked if I wanted a fruit, I would have asked back, what kind of fruit are you offering?
But you didn't ask what kind of apple.
Oh yeah, okay, like not the
Yeah,
best
because
analogy,
as I
because, like, there are-
mentioned, across physics, when you're talking about addition, there's one kind of addition between vectors. When you're talking about multiplication, there are multiple kinds of multiplication of vectors.
But you're just treating like the apples and vegetables as the same category or in the supermarket. Like no, like vegetable is an aisle, apple is a basket. Like,
Okay, when you have two scalars, you add them together.
yeah,
Can you do the same thing with vectors?
yeah.
When you have two scalars and you multiply them together, can you do the same thing with vectors?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you multiply two vectors together then?
If you're comparing to scalars, I'm guessing it's either inner product or outer product. In case of one-dimensional vectors, the inner product and the outer product are the exact same. So yeah.
Pretty sure there's one kind of addition for vectors is sadly flawed. No, there is one. Definition of vector space. Oh my god, so many pages. Definition of vector space requires a single definition of addition, but it actually does not define multiplication for vectors. Hence, it actually depends on the vector space what kind of addition you want for it. The problem is that, like, Timon is doing physics. And as such, I don't think Timon bothers to define what kind of vector space he's using. What a pleb. What a
Yeah, no,
honestly.
I genuinely don't bother to define my vector spaces to
Yeah,
you.
because
like,
I mean, no physicist does. They don't have to. It's not necessary well, it is necessary, but physicists don't care for that. Which I mean is fine, you're doing physics, but you just have to realize that there just is no definition of multiplication that's
Like-
across vector spaces. It always depends on the vector space. It depends on the implementation. So
Yeah,
you
right.
could create a vector space in which you have a cross product and no other kind of product, or you could create a vector space in which you'd have an outer product or an inner product but no cross product.
Yeah, I guess like the second example you gave is just basically
So
any
okay,
vector space
so
that
you know,
isn't three-dimensional. So,
well, I do believe
but
it will be even more general for that. So for example, a Hilbert space, the definition is a complex inner product space. That's
yeah,
also a complete metric. We can disregard that for now. So complex inner product space, the reason why it's defined as a real complex inner product space is because you need to specify that the inner product is in there.
yeah,
Precisely, that's because you need to define a multiplication for that vector space.
you define an inner product. Yeah,
Yes, because it's just not defined on its own, because, you know, none of these, where is it? None of these care about multiplication between vectors. Well, the thing is, Tyron, this your argument of they're all different operations isn't great, because with that argument there will be no multiplication between vectors.
like you can just define one. Like you define like additions are also something that
Yeah, you
are
can
defined.
define one, and you exactly Timon. Okay, so let's make this as clear as possible. You don't think that cross product or outer product or inner product are multiplication. You think they're just all separate operations.
Like no, I like inner product are out and outer product are essentially just matrix multiplications.
Okay,
Just
cross
like
product and outer
scalar.
product. Do you think they're the same operation or a different one? Or rather, specify. Do you think their multiplication defined differently for different vector spaces, for example, or do you think they are just different operations to multiplication?
I think they're different. Like they can be like you can define multiplication like however you want. I'm pretty sure that mathematicians do these kind of shenanigans where they just
Well, it's not really shenanigans. It's just like the default. They obviously need to define it, otherwise, kind of what's the point of doing anything without the definition? If you're gonna do stuff without a definition, that's just called hallucinating. Actually, not even hallucinating. You could hallucinate even. Doing stuff without a definition is called philosophy.
yeah, fair.
I'm getting what the problem is, honestly. Well, the problem is that I said that, well, not really problem, that only what we started with is that I said that scalars are different from one-dimensional vectors. Because for scalars, you have defined single multiplication, which is defined for them. As you can see, the definition of a vector space like depends on the definition of multiplication for scalars. However, it does not define a multiplication for vectors. And as such, they have to be different, because I mean, otherwise, you could have a vector space. Otherwise, you could have like multiplication and no multiplication. Like you could have infinite bacon but no games, or games, infinite games but no games. When you saw the definition images, this is how it works. If I inconsistencies, well, you didn't. That's physics, yeah.
I think the problem is that I am abusing math. Reblox has accepted that physicists will abuse math, and you still haven't accepted that mathematics is supposed to be abused.
No, Reblox is going with a different argument than you. That's the thing. Because Reblox is doing the abstract math. Oh, you can't tell me what to do because it's mathematics. You're just doing the physicist thing where you just don't care for stuff. There's no real abuse going on here. Yeah, that's precisely my point. Yeah, you can't tell me what to do. One. Like, what you're planning to do once AI automates your YouTube channel and start generating passive income for you in the future? Progressively murder every single person on the planet. I'll just go around killing people. I'm gonna start with you, Titan. I'm gonna find you. It's not gonna be quick. It's gonna be very slow and painful. I'm gonna draw it out for days, maybe weeks. You'll be begging for death by the end. Anyway, let's talk metric spaces. Should I script or should I research? Oh yeah, still, why do bras exist? You should quantum mechanics. Okay.
I sent you an image in the Discord, but I'm not sure if I don't think it's any more additional information. I think it's just the same that I explained in Paint, but like more nicely and readable letters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean the problem I'm having right now is figure out why the bras exist. Oh, it's kind of it. Kind of seems like something. Oh yeah, Timon. If you're going with like different lines, what the fuck do you make of this? A triple bracket.
Yeah. What about them?
Like, how do you make that with vectors? Do you just have a three-dimensional like a tensor vector?
Yeah, like look at it. Look at it, like look at my stream.
Because the thing is, when I asked Remco that question, Remco just went with the inner product answer, which he just called it. Well, to quote Remco, hold on.
Then you'll be disappointed in my answer.
Same as representation. Cross section is proportional probability of a transition ground state number. Okay, via quantum numbers. He just hold on. Let me actually find the actual one. Where is it? Transition amplitude from YLM to YO, probably via, yeah. So it's just basically... Because in a product, I was going with the Hilbert, from the Hilbert side, from the mathematics side. And as such, in a product, to me was just the distance function from the metric space, right? Hold on, let me double check that, I don't remember. Losing my mind at this point. Symmetric in a product. Linear. No, wait, no, it wasn't. No, it was not. Norm was a. Okay, yeah, the distance between the two was just the difference in the inner product. And when Rocco explained that to me, that was just the difference between distance between the two, except going through a third one. Consider adding all the paths from A to B where you get C somewhere in between. Duh. Please stop overcomplicating because I need to keep my brain stable. This is not the stream for that. Wait, what about 4 vectors? Hold on, because you could have an inner product of 4 vectors. Because alright, so with that, okay, so if I understand correctly, this would be the inner product of 2 vectors, right? You just like transpose them. For 3 vectors, you would just transpose them again, like this, correct?
Oh, hold on. What? Like, are you considering just writing from outside the paper, or?
It doesn't matter. I don't care for notation. I'm just talking about the transpose, like abstracted transpose.
But for these matrices can't be n by m. They should be m by n by k or something. Like you need like already a 3-dimensional paper to write them down if you're gonna transpose like this.
Wait, so when you have so when you have this, like for example, A, B, C, does this mean that 2 of these will be transposed the same way? Like, would that mean that you have A, B, C, E, F, G, and then H, I, J? Is that what it is?
I don't think so. Like I've only seen this if the middle one is a matrix that is the right dimension. Like
I have seen it with and hold on, let me just, to be fair, it is half-assed sort, so it might be wrong. I would like to specify that, but the way I have seen it was with this equation. I think this was the one, actually. These are harmonics. Because of course they are.
Yeah, oh my god, I actually did some. I think I need to look at my notes for this. When was it?
Hi, the circle. Hi, welcome. Why are we restricting ourselves to matrices with this, actually? Wouldn't tensors be better? Or am I crazy?
Genuinely have no idea what the difference is.
Tensor would be n by m by k, a 3-dimensional tensor. I don't know if it's called dimensional, actually.
Then you're just then you're just explaining tensors, if you're just gonna transpond like that.
Definition. Multi-dimensional array. Potentially multi-dimensional. And usually never heard about them. Why are we restricted only to 2, actually? Two components? Or than components of a... Can both be expressed unnamed by a numerically extracting different information laws in the case. So for example, components of an order 2. Okay, so it's an order, not dimension. So why are we doing it only with an order 2 tensor? Why are we juggling it up? Because normally, normally it always goes up with, or at least that's how I've seen mathematicians and physicists interact. They always just generalize more and more over time. Why do we only stick with 2?
I think that physicists didn't need to steal more, so they didn't steal more. Actually, in fluid dynamics, we have operated with 4-dimensional tensors, so...
Apparently it's order 4. I just learned that myself.
If we need them, we're gonna use them.
I guess it makes sense that would be an order 4 tensor, not dimension, because I mean, a vector would be an order 1 tensor. So you can have a 4-dimensional order 1. Or order 4 2-dimensional. Or that makes sense. Is Timon your lab assistant or intern? Because every mad scientist in movies has one. That's what I think it's being used in something else. What do you mean? You mean the equation? Oh, absolutely not. The equation is long story. Kind of a long story. Kind of very. Oh, Timon, remember when you wanted to find out like where the wave functions come from?
Yeah.
We went on such a massive fucking tangent with Flame that I might also make that video soon. Because that kind of like this is kind of would explain it, because this basically is quite an in-depth thing you get once you start working with wave functions of specific electrons. Okay, so
I'm currently trying to find the calculations that I did on them last semester. But no, everything I see, like I have worked with harmonics, but every time I just had to look them up in a table. I calculated the quantum numbers and just looked up the respective harmonic in a table. And every other time I saw that notation, the middle one was a matrix. Very often the Hamilton operator.
oh my goodness. There apparently really was no reason. This is so idiotic. They like did it unprompted. From now on, whenever any like physicists are always so proud of their brackets. They're always super. From now on, whenever any physicist tries to brag about like how they got a bracket and how happy they're over it, I'm just gonna let them know that this is just crime against whoever's in charge up there. I mean, honestly, this is a crime.
I mean, can't we be proud of our ability to commit crimes?
The usual vector space and out of an inner product, and inner product is a way of taking 2 states and getting a number out. For instance, define this where the kets k form a basis, so are orthogonal. If we instead write this state as a column vector, then the inner product of psi with itself is this. Oh no, never mind. Wait, I take it back. They didn't do it. It is a Hilbert space definition. I'm gonna lose my mind. think I found it. I think I found the answer. Okay. A real inner product space is defined in the same way, except that H is a real vector space and the inner product takes real values, such as an inner product will be a bilinear map, HH will form a dual system. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, so it's just... He got the bisexual bilinear maps. It makes it... this makes sense now. So wait, so brackets are just an element of a... Well, not an element of, but brackets are a direct consequence of the Hilbert space, right? Wait, so then brackets are just the inner product of the Hilbert space. Hold on. They are an inner product of a Hilbert space. Ket bra is a crime against God, but I mean, bracket is a... This is so dumb. Oh my goodness. This... So bracket is literally just the inner product of a Hilbert space, like literally.
Yes.
Timon, I don't think you realize how idiotic that is. Okay, imagine. Okay, so basically allow me to give you how... I may be wrong on this, I would like to specify, but I want you to realize how dumb it looks from my perspective. Imagine that you have A, okay, times B, alright?
Yes.
Then imagine if physicists basically were like, oh, A plus B, oh, that sounds interesting. How about, what happens if we do this? And we're like, I guess we just defined a new operation. Am I wrong? Is it not just what happened? Because the Hilbert space defines an inner product this way, but it doesn't define, it defines with a bilinear map. Well, that's pretty solid. That's pretty rock solid. But it doesn't really define it the other way, does it? I must be wrong. There is no way that's what happened. I must be wrong on this.
I think that's what happened. Like, I wasn't there. I don't know Paul Dirac personally, but I think that is what happened.
Because, I mean, bilinear map is a function combining elements of two vector spaces to yield an element of a third vector space, and it's linear in each of its arguments, matrix multiplication example. It makes sense of a matrix multiplication. However, the inner product swapped like this, that just results, like you can see this, right? The one I'm hovering over right now on my mouse, yeah.
Yes.
Yx is equal to... That's wildly different. So... so this, yx is equal to xy, right, with complex conjugate. Like, that is a wildly different statement from yx and then swapping it around like x, y. Like, those are wildly different. Unless it just means that you just swap these around, which would track, but then why the fuck are you swapping around the operation? Yeah, that's what you're missing, Make it. It bridges the Hilbert space POV and Timon's POV. But... okay, there's isomorphism. I mean, I get how you would get to the Ket bra.
Well, like, switching them around and conjugating is just like, it's the same. Like, it's equal to.
I've
but like
never seen someone switch an operation around. Or sorry, no, reverse the second half of an operation with the first half of an operation. What's more, okay, so basically, this x, y, okay, this basically translates to this, correct? Am I correct here?
Waiting for the stream delay.
Is this the transpose symbol? I think it is.
Yeah, this is that's the transpose symbol, but
so they're equal.
No,
Wait.
No, because if you transpose X, then you are basically having a cat on the second side, basically. Like.
Okay, but if that's the case, then how can both of these belong to the same vector space? Like, I get how you can get two things from different vector spaces, and then I get how you could take two things with different vector spaces and operate them into a single third vector space. However, this operation comes from the definition of a Hilbert space. And you can't, in the definition of a space, have something from another space. That would demolish the whole point of a definition, wouldn't it? Give me a second, I'll just be right back. I need a second. I need a second. So if the transpose isn't a part of a Hilbert space, I mean, it would make... No, I don't get it. How can the Hilbert space define something that is outside of Hilbert space?
That's too theoretical for me. I can just use vectors.
Well, that's the problem. What confuses me is the mathematics of it, not the physics. The physics is easy. The mathematics is what's confusing me, because it seems extremely counterintuitive.
I don't know. I know the math that I need.
If you take a ket, complex conjugated and transpose it, you get a bra and vice versa. Okay, but how can you have a vector? How can you have an operation defined in a Hilbert space that takes in a vector that's outside of a Hilbert space? Because the x and y cannot be in the same vector space, right? It would make sense if x was transposed. Then what you're doing here is you're taking something from Hilbert space, you're transposing it. But then the transpose is no longer in Hilbert. Is that correct notation? That's what sets whatever. No longer inside the Hilbert space. Isomorphism, that's the key. You know what? Whatever. Just fine. We have enough Wikipedia articles open already. Might as well add one more. Isomorphism. As mapping between two structures of the same type can reverse by inverse mapping. Two mathematical structures isomorphic as well, between them the words I don't care. The fact that two isomorphic objects have the same properties. The isomorphic structures, it cannot be distinguished from point of view structure, only may be identified. Mathematical jargon once the two objects are the same up to an isomorphism. This seems like something that would... And physics is literally math plus all the stuff. Yeah, but in physics people ignore the math. They just go for the usage.
Like in physics, we just look at a function, and if it looks like it's like smooth and stuff, we just okay, good enough, and integrate it. We don't care to actually prove that our function is actually smooth, and I don't know what's the
make it you only need one specific case of isomorphs, and don't worry about it. What the fuck do you mean don't worry about it? You cannot... I'm fine. Mission preserving... prediction. two sets are isomorphic. I think we wrote sets. Dimension of castle finite dimensional vector. Well, isn't Hilbert by like infinite by default? Basically, Hilbert space structure allows you to identify two vector spaces that bridges the inner product path with the matrix multiplication path. Space structure allows you to identify two vector spaces that the wait, does it? Is that why? Oh, is it this? Wait, is this what you're referring to? Wait, Reblax, is this what you're talking about? Like with where you just give it two where you have two vector spaces and the operation. Yes, I mean, this is right next to it will form a dual system, so I mean, a real inner product space defined the same way, except H is a real vector space. Alright, dual system. Down the rabbit hole we go. Wait, so H here doesn't stand for a Hilbert space? I'm gonna lose it. H is a real vector space. Oh, that's not... Is that not... Wait, does H really not stand for a Hilbert space here? Because then that would explain then... Yes, it stands... Okay, so it does stand for a Hilbert space. H is Hilbert space. Then never mind, I am back to the realm of not understanding. What I'm struggling with is that when I had the metric space, right? Metric space. Then M and D, like, that's the entire metric space. But what I'm struggling with here is that it seems like you have MD, but M would be the metric space, in which case the M would need another MD on the inside, but then only M would be the matrix space, which means you would need like another MD on the inside. We're basically some slight abuse of names going on here. So hold on, so is it a Hilbert space? This space is a complete inner product space. So whenever you have a vector space H with Quetzal, you can define dual space H with Bra-ket. Yeah, but what I don't understand, the thing that confuses me, is that it really seems like in order for the definition, because it really seems like a Hilbert space is an inner product space, so you need to have an inner product within it. However, that inner product depends on the Bras and Kets, which depend on having two Hilbert spaces, which would then, each one would require their own Bras and Kets, so each one of those Hilbert spaces would require two like sub-Hilbert spaces, which then would require two sub-Hilbert spaces, and then we'll just keep going. There is an inner product associating a complex number to each pair of elements of H that satisfies the following properties. Yeah, so you have elements X, Y of H, but then you have two H's. This is the Hilbert's motel right now. This is the butted version. That terms are really not ideal experience. It's fine, Roblox. It's fine. It's fine. I can achieve this. Dual system dual pair duality of field K is a triple XYB consisting of two vector spaces. Yeah, see, that's what I'm struggling with. A dual system requires two vector spaces. However, it really feels like the vector spaces provided already require a definition, already require a dual system within them. Brass act as linear maps on kits. I know that. I know. However, still doesn't help. Because how can you have a so hold on, no, I can get this, it's fine. So we have the Hilbert space. Real vector space. Wait, but because if H wasn't a Hilbert space, that would all be perfectly reasonable. I don't know if real is an actual requirement there, but that would at least make sense. If Hilbert space was defined as VW in a product, that would make sense. That would make sense. It's the recursiveness of chucking in a Hilbert space that confuses me. No, we get basically what the Wikipedia says is that if H is a Hilbert space, then you have the dual system. Wait, so is Reblex? I keep bringing you away from your walk. You need to turn off the stream. You need to turn off the stream because I will just keep asking. It's addiction. So is Hilbert space just so H is a Hilbert space, and then you have the dual system. Okay, but doesn't the Hilbert space? I know. I need to turn off the stream. Exactly. Go away. This is make it, except it's all the yellow. My lovely, is it disheartening? I don't get it. That's the problem. So Hilbert space isn't a dual system, it just creates a dual system. But then why would you have a... Wait, so can you use the inner product in a Hilbert space without the dual system? Because then you wouldn't have any transpose. I could have bring it clear in like 20 minutes stops. Fine, I'll leave it for now. Or at least I'll try. It's not easy. I'm bad at letting things go. Or at the very least, I'll say that I'll let it go for now, and in reality, I'll just silently read and keep my thoughts on the inside. Can you VC tonight make it? I will be working on the video, but yes, I can.
What does tonight mean, like, roughly?
I know I'm gonna be awake for the next 12 hours probably, so the entire time, hopefully. Time I can listen. It should happen. I'm fine. I'm still waiting for Flame to let me know that he's finished, and then I can walk in the video. You know what? I should probably take a break. Oh no, Timon, you don't like watching Doom Eternal, do you? Never mind.
I mean, I can like, you can play that like, I mean. But no, I don't like watching it. But like, I mean, don't let that stop you. Bye, Roblox.
Bye. Checks out. Imaginary has to not exist. I've already been over this though. I should really let go. Can't. I'm fine. Whatever. I don't even care. I just need to wait for Flame. What should I do to pass the time? Because there really isn't much I could, like, the quantum mechanics video, the quantum field theory video requires me to complete the mathematics video. I can't work on the mathematics video because I need the Reblax explanation. I can't work on the chemistry one because I'm waiting for Flame. What should I do? I can't work on the practical one because I want it to be patron only for now. What should I do?
We could do a raid in Minecraft.
Callback. Play Doom. No, Timon doesn't like watching Doom because it gives him nightmares. I don't know why, it's such a peaceful game. Rigor, I guess. Whoa! Catman with them lines. I do have Terraria. Yaron, you know, I never played modded. Actually, I think I played modded Terraria once. And then never again. There we go. Which one was it? Melee only range? I don't remember which. Oh. Sorry, oops. Okay. Those are the Johns. What is one melee stream? What was the most recent one called? I think it was Swinging. I don't remember though. Oh, whatever. This is the most recent one. That sounds like the one. 16th of April, no. Melee only newest. That sounds like the one. There we go. Yeah, we have Blade of Grass. We have all our stuff. Let's fight the big brain. The big brain intelligent. I'm even gonna eat a lemon.
It's very fun that I see the audio and the video with like 20-second difference.
We want the Discord stream?
I mean, only if it doesn't eat up your computer.
It does, but who cares about that? Let me know if it works, by the way, because I don't know. I don't trust Discord.
Yeah.
Fighting Reblax, exactly.
And in fact, it does not work.
Doesn't? Give it a second. Does it still not work?
It's loading. It's paused.
Hold on. Oh, how do you leave like... That's how. Okay. Hold on. How about now?
It's the same as before. It worked for half a second, then it stopped, then the still frame. Don't worry, it's fine.
All right. So to fight the big brain, we need to.
Maybe try streaming in a lower frame per second, not FPS, a lower resolution.
I don't think the resolution should be a problem. What the resolution am I streaming in? Oh, I'm streaming at Nitro one. Oh hell yeah! Powerful stuff. How do you change the resolution of the stream? Oh, that's how. It's weird. 30 and there. That's lower.
It works. Extremely laggy, but it works.
Alright, we need to find some non-exploded area that we can then blow up. I'm glad we're not playing Doom and instead we go to the one biome in all of Terraria that's literally all go. That's snow, not quite what I'm looking for. Alright, I guess we have to go down there. I really hope there will be 3 balls, because otherwise we won't be able to spawn the brain. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'll be right back.
Alright. Eye of Cthulhu, that's what I should fight. Why am I starting with brain? Ooh, I think we've got enough. I think we indeed have got enough. Oops. Oops. Whoops. Never mind. We're fine. I should probably create like an escape route myself. Yeah, that should be fine. Fighting brain isn't all that difficult. My goodness, I've been playing Doom Eternal on Nightmare difficulty. Paying $1 to charity every death. I should be fine. This is a game for children. Stop spawning everywhere! I should really bring a sunflower. Okay, this will work out just fine, you know? I can already tell this is going to be just splendid. Fudge, why are the enemies right as I'm spawning the brain? I already had to fall to health potion. Why are there so many enemies? The worst possible time for all of y'all to spawn. I do have to say... Why were there so many enemies there? Since when? How many vertebrae do you need to create like its spine thing? Okay. I have 7. How many more? I should have some lying around. 26. That sounds like enough. If only we have... Oh, we have a bottle. How sweet. That certainly sounds like enough. There are enemies. No, because there actually shouldn't be these enemies there. Wasn't there a thing where enemies just spawn less or don't spawn when during a boss fight? Wee, damn it. I weed too much. Do we have a campfire down there? Or did I just not make one?
Alright, I'm back.
I don't think I made one. Ah! Oh no, I do have a campfire. Never mind. What am I talking about? Oh, I can find them on the surface. What am I doing? Hold on. Why didn't you cut me? Why did you remind me? I blame you. And also Tyrman.
I was just gonna say that I'm so happy that for one time I am not blamed.
I really love the lab assistant thing, by the way, I said previously.
Yeah,
the mechanic fits.
yeah, 100%.
Like, where I'm the mad scientist, you're the exploited lab assistant.
100%.
Oh, nighttime. What a lovely idea to fight a boss fight during a nighttime. Ah, they can't get up here, idiot. Damn it! I'd like to ask about something about math. What would you like to ask about math? Because I may or may not be the right person to ask. This is kind of a coin flip with me. When it comes to how good I am at stuff, first physics, second chemistry, third math. Actually, no, first, I guess, computer science technically, but whatever. Or actually, at this point, I don't know. Physics might be above computer science for me.
Ignoring the computer science part, the order is the same for me as well. Maybe someone in the chat asks you when next computer science with.
Next computer science vid, I am working on it in parallel to the quantum field theory video, the math video, and the... I didn't eat lemon! Oh, piss! There, now I ate the lemon. Now I'm gonna beat him. Oh yeah. I can't lose with a lemon. It's impossible for me to lose with a lemon. This is the unbeatable strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually the third boss you're supposed to fight.
That's transphobic.
No, what do you mean transphobic? I consider trans women to be still women and trans men to be still men.
Yeah, but you ignored the existence of non-binary people.
Yeah, I do agree it's phobic, I just don't think it's transphobic. My argument is pedantic, not moral. Piss away! This puppy!
Alright, fair.
This is the terrifying part of it. I'm basically fighting my own schizophrenia here. Okay, this way. Damn it, you harpies suck! I hate these harpies so much. I hate these harpies. Make it hard enough maths for the day. No, actually, no, I'm still gonna wait for the Reblex explanation. The thing that's annoying about maths is that the more in depth you go, the less you can rely on interpretations of it. Which means that, like with a vector, what is a vector? It's a bitch of an answer.
I am the t-axis. What?
Well, I wanted to make a projection of a wave through time, like the x and y axis are coordinates and t-axis is time, and you scroll through time.
Oh, that's the time without
the
the
D. On a PC. Desmos.com. What kind of answer are you looking for specifically? Because Desmos.com should work. Cosine of x minus t. That's how you do it. Or sine minus x, as friends said, yeah. I do believe cosine is the standard, because why not? As if there's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, sine is just x and cosine is negative x squared.
Yeah, I mean,
so...
in most wave functions you also have the phase, which completely nullifies the difference between a cosine and sine.
I was making a Taylor expansion joke.
Taylor expanding up to the first term.
Exactly, the way physicists do it. That's the joke.
I think that's exclusively Remco.
What do you mean? That's like.
I think on Remco is actually I don't think that's even physics. I think Remco is the only person who Taylor expands the first term.
No, that's exactly what we do. Like
to the first term. We need 2 more of these.
Yeah, what's wrong with the like? We don't need other terms. Like, come on.
Close enough.
Yeah, like I've been doing it for years to be like, yeah, first term of the Taylor expansion is close enough. Like.
Double check. I know. Yeah.
When did Remco joke with the Taylor expansions at all? Like, I don't remember.
In the math channel, yeah.
I don't really look at it.
Yeah, the first term of the Taylor series is just the function at A.
Yeah.
He did in Rebecca's channel cosine of x equals 1.
I mean, yeah. I've seen the cosine being expanded to the second term, though, so, like, yeah, but I never seen sine expanded to the second term. Like, sine is just x.
cosine to the first term is just 1.
Yeah, I know. Like I've seen it use this cosine equals 1 and cosine equals 1 minus x squared. Like yeah, I've seen both.
Cosine equals 1 is is wild. If there ever will be a mathematician serial killer who just kills physicists, this would be the reason.
I want this to be a movie.
I'm missing 2 eyes, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Give me a lens. I'll make it big hate from Australia. What about engineering majors approximating pi to 3? Pi to 3, approximation of pi to 3 is less criminal in my opinion than cosine of x equals 1. Cosine of x equals 1 is so idiotic.
No, the funniest thing is that physicists actually give a hard time to engineers for approximating pi to 3. Like, we actually bully them for this. And we still do like cosine equals 1 and stuff like that.
Okay, now 14 vertebra, 1 mushroom, damn it, not enough. Gimme.
But to be fair, if you're not bullying the students in the neighboring facility, then what the hell are you doing with your life? This does not apply to high school students. I do not promote high school bullying. I'm just putting it out there. This does not apply to high school students.
Exactly, everyone. Timon only supports certain kinds of bullying. That's important.
Age-appropriate bullying.
Also, yeah, Timon also wants Remco to bully him, but that's a different conversation.
That's a quote that is highly out of context.
Exactly. I mean, Timon was asking me to let Remco bully him, but I mean, that's...
Again, highly out of context.
Yes, totally out of context.
You know what? I just leave it out of context and let people make their own assumptions. Because it's always so funny when like something very mundane happens and Remco and I don't give full context and everyone just goes bananas.
Yo, Mickey, could you run me Minecraft tomorrow? Not really. I actually couldn't. Glad I could answer your question. so many guns, I can't use a single one of them. Life is pain. One must imagine this was happy. Alright, what we need now is up, sway!
Okay, make it. Good news. You're not the only one who is being asked to create an OnlyFans.
Make it featuring Vsauce. Well, I mean, I can call up my boy Vsauce, see what he's up to. You know, I could ask around. A Veritasium too, might as well. I could see what I can do. I need my mushrooms. Is that the mushroom? Yes, yes. Yes, it's a mushroom. Alright, try number 4, I think, or 5, whatever. Who's counting? Well, I am, but you know. Why can't I heal? Why can't I heal? Okay, well. This right here in this traveling merchant will count me in. There you are. Life from Analyzer. Pretty pink stockings, pretty pink dress, and pretty pink ribbon. If only it wasn't so expensive. Society. Do I not have any better healing potions? That's ridiculous. Oh, this is absolutely bonkers and ridiculous. Was there a way to make better healing potions? Glowing mushrooms. Oh, I should have some of those. There you are. There we go. Time to fight! We're gonna have money to prevent the concept death. Born to dress like a femboy, made to do physics. Oh, wait till you hear about femboy physics. My neighbors in the background just smashing into my wall for some reason. You know what? Good for them. I support it.
By smashing, you mean like renovating something on the wall or putting on a shelf or something, right? Right? Right?
I will leave it up to interpretation. Renovating his bed. Oh, please, I forgot to sharpen it. Oh, whoops. Okay.
I love the background because it has this like the kind of video game background that is like twice as old as I am.
I don't think Terraria is that old, actually.
No, I don't think so. But the background has the same graphics and same vibes. Like my dad made me play these kind of extremely old video games, and they are so much fun.
Oh, Dune 2000. Jeez, that was my... I love that game.
Early 2000 as a game.
Dune 2000. What it's called.
I
It
don't
was
know
like one of my favorite games a while back ago.
I think the oldest game that I've played that was like not I don't know, Tetris or something, but like
Oh no, that wasn't the oldest. That was my first favorite game.
like I really liked The Day of the Tentacle. I don't know if you know that one.
I don't. Sounds very kinky. But hey, I'm not kink shaming.
This was before when before Japanese people going bananas on different corners of the internet. Like that game that like it's a very odd video game where there's some alien not a lab created creature that like created in a lab and is like decided to take over the world, and you are in three different timelines, and you have to communicate between timelines and stuff like that, and just work in all three different timelines to restore the world and not let the tentacle take over. And it's like the reason why it's a tentacle is because with the 3 pixels that they had, that was the only thing they could animate that looked like weird and alien and the lab creation enough.
They are going hard, I know. Mickey, is this your first time playing Terraria? Yes, this is my first time playing Terraria. No, oops, misclicked. Alright, so that one is beaten. Congrats there. Now we can take this, now we can take this. We can finally make a furnace, about time. Now we make a furnace. Cut down the forest in the name of industry. How many languages can you speak? Mostly just English. Kind of Polish.
You can't just say that because there's I think that you're American if you can just like mostly just English.
I feel like it's a well established. I feel like most people would know that I'm European.
Yeah, but you turned into a Hydra, and that like took away the European stuff from your background. So maybe not. Like you, I don't know. I would just add that you can speak Polish, not because of the Polish language, but because so people don't mistake you for an American who can only speak English.
No, it's 20 gold. Fuck, I misremembered. I thought I could buy it even well, whatever. It's actually 20 gold.
You got that fanboy accent. My bad. I meant Polish.
Oh. Bombs. I need explosives.
Sorry, the Polish equals fanboy jokes just never get old.
Yeah. It looks pretty algebraic to me.
What the hell? What did I do now? I messed up the whole thing.
Oh! Oh, I forgot I can fly. Whoops. Silly me. How quickly I forget. Okay, that's kind of all we need here, because what we need is nighttime now, in order to hide away everything we don't need. Put this way as well. Don't really care much for all of these. And instead, guess we might as well done a bit of an arena in the meantime. Maybe you should get a hook. Without the hook, this might be a bit tricky. I've done wars with less and better with more. There you go. Die! For me. There we go. Yes! Yes! Oh, we can do it today. Oh, if we hurry up. If we hurry up, we can do it today. Quick. By the eye. It's a really bad idea, but I mean, I never claimed it was a good idea. We don't have a fire, we don't have a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, some wood. Like this, then Fire.
Get well soon, paper. I wish you to get well soon.
20% dumber. Yeah, it sucks. Alright. Really bad idea, I hear you, but let's try it anyway. Meteorite? Well, what timing? Oh, never mind, I am just powerful and mighty. Oh, I really should have set up, like, some... Duh. No, I need to start playing seriously. Whoa. Oh boy, you are aggressive.
Paper asks what difficulty you're on.
Nah, it's not the. It's just expert. It's not the tough one. That worked. There we are. Shield finally. Now I can live without the flying carpet if I have a shield. The 2 bosses done and dusted. Now it's time for to get stronger. Oh, I have money, I forgot. I can spend it all on explosives, yeah. Yes, yeah, actually. Yes, yes. Yes. Oh, crap. Piss. Yeah, I forgot about that. Whoops, I forgot I have nothing to stop the fall damage.
Minor issues.
Yeah, I kinda forgot.
Make it fair from high place. Well, if it was Minecraft, the Minecraft chat wouldn't say make it because that's not make it's Minecraft username.
Funny enough, in Terraria it was just femboy fucker, actually, most of the time.
Yeah, checks out. It's something that you would use as a video game nickname. Wait, didn't you have an email domain that was also
Horse fucker.
fucker?
It was horse fucker.
It was horse. Alright.
Yeah, time and when my domain. Come on, it's simple. One of my email addresses is make it at horsefucker. Dot. I don't even remember dot what.
What a downgrade from like, yeah. I'm not gonna say which is the downgrade from which. I'll let that be up for interpretation.
Piss.
Yeah, I mean, like, Firenze, well, make its name is Make It, is just their Minecraft username is not Make It.
Emerald tree. I need to kill it in the name of industry. And a sapphire tree. And poison dart. Well, we're getting all the goodies.
It's cold in my room, so I covered myself with a white blanket, and I feel like an ancient Greek philosopher with those white clothings and stuff.
I'm pretty certain that was the requirement to be an ancient Greek philosopher. You just needed to like have had a white cloth. That's it.
Yeah, fair. And I'm already quarter ancient and quarter Greek, so yeah, checks out.
Quarter ancient.
I mean, 88 would be like an ancient person, like an old person, and that's like 4 times my age, so. Amazing.
What am I doing? I should go to the lava biome to get myself some gear.
Panda, you don't even know what I look like. Why do you think I could make money? Like, you have no idea what I look like.
That doesn't stop you from wondering about me, huh? Hypocrisy.
Oh. I genuinely don't get the joke.
There was one more stick of dynamite there, of course. Here we do, you're Ryan Gosling. Damn, you got me there actually, you know? Can't argue that one.
I think that was meant for me. I'm sorry, make it.
What do you mean? No. I am Ryan Gosling.
Stem has been calling me literally Ryan Gosling all day today.
Stamp, who did you mean? Did you mean Timon or me? Who's the real Ryan Gosling? You can only pick one. Both. No, you can only pick one. No. No coward's way out. You need right now. Who do you swear your allegiance to? Schrodinger's Ryan Gosling.
I can point you to the meme channel where like Bev was simping for me and Stamp was casually calling me literally Ryan Gosling, so
the wave function doesn't call up till we see both your faces. In order to see my face, just look up on Google Ryan Gosling, and that's me.
yeah, same here, obviously. Wait, are we twins?
No, we're Ryan Gosling.
Hi there, Remco.
Hi Remco, hi. How you doing?
Hilbert space is in Terraria, exactly.
I've already been over the Hilbert space. I'm waiting for Flame.
And Roblox. How calm it seems when he's not talking about multiplying vectors in Hilbert space.
No, because I mean it just don't make sense. Why you have like a Hilbert space I don't want to get into it again. I'm done with it.
Remco, the context is that Make-it doesn't like brackets.
Hilbert space definition doesn't make sense to me because it feels like the Hilbert space definition requires an existence of a Hilbert space already. And I just don't understand how. So the thing is, I always thought of brackets as inner product, but I don't understand how a Hilbert space with a defined inner product could require another Hilbert space in order to define the other inner product, because you cannot have, because you need two vector spaces there. Replex should be called Roblox. A new panda should be banned. Do not insult the good name of Reblax here. Reblax is royalty.
And Remco has mod powers, so...
Exactly. Remco has mod powers and an owner who really doesn't care if they get abused.
I just remembered when Pharmamain just banned YTTY.
Oh no, mod abuse, what are you gonna do? Tell the mods? Oh, piss away, you imp. Am I out of dynamite? Oops. I guess bombs will suffice. I also banned someone on accident. To have to banned every single person in chat on accident. Yeah.
How did that happen?
On accident.
It's like, I don't know, it's the kind of reasoning that I get, like, if someone just said that they've got pregnant on accident, like, what, you accidentally tripped and fell on a cock, or like, what do you mean?
Yeah, this doesn't happen to you? You don't live. Truly. damn it. I dropped 8 gold, oops.
So make it you're now confirming that you just regularly trip and fall on a cock and get pregnant.
Exactly, you got it spot on. As kids these days would say, I get boy preggers. No, there we go. No, Yaron the jungle I mean serpent. Oops, I didn't collect my gold. It's bad. Yaron Jungle Dragon is from, yes. That's the one.
Good morning to you too, huh?
This is Yaron the Jungle Dragon, the game. Oops. Oh, 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 oh.
10 years ago, I would have tried to understand this, where the where a meme that gets spammed everywhere is from and why and stuff like that, and now I just accepted that I will never know and just stopped caring and just embraced.
Why is your tag make it happen and not just make it? Well, it's because a fucking company that went bankrupt stole it from me. That's why. They stole it from me, killed it from me. Now all I need is a dead dog and a gun. Water refillable, some bottle water, alright. A golden star to anyone who gets that reference.
I've heard it before, but I have no idea where I heard it.
Then I'm taking away all your currently held golden stars.
I don't think that changed anything.
I do. Catman, you're getting all Timon's golden stars from now on. Until Catman, I mean until Timon thinks about what he's done. We still split the golden stars. I go to alright, then Ta also gets half the golden stars. But that's it. Now it's too late. Anyone who gets it from now on, that's too late. From lesser known movie known The Matrix, exactly. It was exactly from that. That's Neo said it when he was like getting interrogated.
Remco, don't be a coward. Do it.
Bans both. No. There's no banning for golden stars. Oh, you little imp. Yeah, I just into lava. Of course I did that because I mean, who's both? Come on, boss won't allow it. I'm not your boss. I'm your supreme ruler. You need me for the oligarchy to stand.
No, Remco's just a coward.
Yeah, and
Goddamn
Timon, there we
coward.
go. There we go, alright, so Timon is now... See ya. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. Watch your mouth when you talk about Remco, alright? Insert Will Smith slap here. Ooh, piss, that was not even close.
I dare you to come to chat. Oh, no, that's not how it works. Like, I'm not going to down there to the chat mingling with the peasants like you do. I'm staying up here where I belong.
I'm pretty certain that Remco has access to this channel.
I'm aware. Psst, don't tell Remco my plan. It worked! Hell yeah! Hi there, Remco.
Hi.
And Remco's muted, alright.
Yeah. Wait, is 7 muted? No. Timon, this was actually a pretty shite plan, because now you're just gonna get publicly bullied.
That's so like an average make it stream, alright.
It's
No.
legal to bully bottoms.
Timon, I've got nothing onto the level of Remco, right? If you think
I know.
what I do to you, no. The thing is, I blame you for everything. I exploit you. That's true. I'm not ashamed to say that. But I am nothing in comparison to like this is the meme. If you think I'm bad, wait till you meet my variants.
Yeah, I know, like, listen, I know that Remco is the #1 bully here and no one can take that place, not even close, so...
And you voluntarily, and knowing full well that you're a bottom, you voluntarily invited me here.
Still not a bottom though, and yeah, like, I didn't get bullied, Remco left, fucking coward. Yeah.
Bullying you properly later. To anyone I've not bullied yet, please be patient. I will get to you shortly.
Well, first of all, Remco, I would wish you to get well soon, but like then I would wish death sentence on myself. So
You already wanted me to let bully Remco bully you, so you know it's fine. Let bully Remco you. That actually sounds more accurate. We shouldn't call it bullying. We should call it getting Remco'd.
I can just imagine Remco now just having ideas for way to roast me and stuff, but can't say it right now. So just write it down on a paper and just reads it out when they can speak again.
I don't even know how to bully you. It's very easy, actually.
Oh, Panda, you have no idea what's in Remco's closet. But I'm capable of quantum tunneling, so...
Everyone's capable of quantum tunneling. Don't get too cocky.
You weren't there. Inside joke, make it.
Dumb inside joke then. Just get more accurate inside jokes. L plus ratio. How can you swim in lava now? Oh, I'm cheating. This game makes no sense. It's beyond human comprehension.
Hi there.
Hi, Eti.
Make it mouse ASMR.
Yeah, mine. No, no, y'all aren't talking about anything. Get the conversation topic then. Yeah. Because I'm waiting on Red Black's end or flame. Actually, Red Black's all flame is more accurate. I've got videos to do, but I just can't work on any of them right now. Not good enough for you? Well, that depends. How good are you at photo detachment?
Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure Remco could help you with the Hilbert space shenanigans.
I
No?
genuinely don't know, because, like, if Remco could tell me why the... Oh, wait, the dual... What was it called? Hilbert space definition. If Remco could tell me how you can have a Hilbert space in a dual system, and how you can have the Hilbert space defined an inner product which requires a dual system, and dual system which requires a Hilbert space, and how that's not circular, I would love to know. Because the inner product requires two different vector spaces, and yet it is inside the... Or it is, at least it seems, inside the Hilbert space. So how can one space be two vector spaces that are both still the one space? Usually you have two copies of the same vector space. Yeah, but to define the vector space, because isn't Hilbert space defining the... Or rather, it is in the Hilbert space and inner product space, right? But the inner product requires the dual... The one I always forget. Dual system. System, okay. The inner product requires a dual system, because you need to transpose the vector. So the inner product requires dual system, but the Hilbert space requires the inner product. And that's the confusing part to me. Just don't make sense. That should be enough, hopefully. Fingers crossed. What about dual system needs the Hilbert space? This. Real inner product space is defined in the same way, except H is a real vector space, and apparently H is the actual Hilbert space, which means that a real inner product space requires two Hilbert spaces, but the Hilbert space is an inner product space. So an inner product space requires two inner product spaces. H is a vector space here, but Reblax told me that this actually is a Hilbert space. Which is precisely why I'm so confused. Because if H is just a vector space, then it's perfectly simple, I understand that. No, not again. I'm just playing Terraria.
You said that age is just a vector space, but when you were just age is just a, I was just so ready to say, and prison is just a place.
It's enough. Well, kind of. I don't think it might not be enough for this sword. Is it enough for the sword? It isn't. Good. So we need more. Reblax must be on weed. He's a mathematician, of course he is. Like, that's kind of like me saying, oh, Remco must be drunk. No, yeah, fucking shocker. Lapis. I don't burn, that's good.
I'll be back in a minute.
Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. No, biochemists love LSD. Yeah, it's just drugs all the way up, you know. How much do we need? You crafting. You
I'm back.
this. 20 plus. Okay, so we need 40. 40 and 21 times 3, 63. That's what we need. You don't need a condition that age is Hilbert space defined in the product space. Yes, however, in order to define the Hilbert space, like in that definition, it is precisely that H is a vector space. Yeah, but in that definition, in a product space is defined based on the Hilbert space, which isn't in a product space. So in a product is defined on the, well, in the product space is defined on the Hilbert space, which is defined on in the product space, which is defined on the Hilbert space, which is defined in the product space, and so on and so forth. And that's the part that confuses me. But like apparently Reblax has a Reblax told me he can explain to me in 20 minutes. Which, I mean, is a disturbingly long time for something that's supposed to be simple. When some expert tells you that, oh, you just need 20 minutes to understand, that's not a short amount of time. It does not fill me with confidence, but I mean... No, you have a space. It's called the V to not be confusing. I mean, then I know that you can define the real. I know you can define it in the product based on 2 vector spaces.
I just wanna ask if I start like eating some snacks, will you hear it? Because if yes, then just tell me and I will mute myself.
I can kind of hear the crunch when you're crunching this much.
Alright, I'll mute myself. No, it's not Maria. It's not chips. It's sugar-coated peanuts.
V is complete and no missing element. Then it's called a Hilbert space, but you don't need a Hilbert space to define the inner product. Okay, so why would you define an inner product with a Hilbert space then? Weird. It was just poor notation. No, because I mean, Reblax told me that that H there is a Hilbert space. Like, I know that it would make perfect sense if that were just 2 vector spaces. That's why I specifically asked Reblax if they are just vector spaces and not a Hilbert space. But Reblax told me that those are in fact Hilbert spaces. Hence the confusion.
Oh yeah, I'm. That's what that Panda. That's exactly what I meant. I meant that I am not eating the my computer, I'm eating sugar-coated peanuts, yeah.
Timon is not, in fact, crunching down on his CPU. To clarify. Majorana marijuana.
Can I just mention how disappointed I am that I'm talking about sugar-coated nuts and no one is making a joke out of it? It's like, shame on you all.
It's not funny, it's obvious. Like, you eating nuts is normal at this point. You need subversion of expectations in order for the joke to be funny. Like, everyone assumes that... everyone, when they join the stream, just assume that you're eating nuts when you're muted.
Remco just putting a heart after every message that completely destroys someone is just a peak Remco moment.
That's not a lot of obsidian. I was seeing you progress because I'm going to like get my degree. Like, wait up for me, for fuck's sake. Yeah, just physicists, just slow down. For goodness sake.
Alright, I'm back.
Hi, back, I'll make it.
I love you too, Remco. All my heart.
Welcome back, we didn't miss you. Oops. Well, Miss, why is this the femboy not speaking? Then make it. When did you become a motherfucker? Dad. Actually, you don't need to be a dad to be a motherfucker. I'm just saying. I'm missing one health, Samba. Of course I am. You can also be a lesbian to be a motherfucker. Oh, but you just there's a whole bunch of people who can be a motherfucker. We're very inclusive when it comes to that. Guys, what does E in DEI stands for? Eigen. Exactly. It's differential eigen integration. So idiotic, doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Whatever. Everything I say is always true, so it doesn't matter. Derivative algae integration. What taking a shower once you go, it may feel better because it's hot water. Just get really hot and nice. No, jungle's on draft, which means we need to go left. No, that's enough for now. I'm still waiting. Where is Flame? Yeah. I should go and buy something to eat, probably. I'm really hungry as well. Because I can mean sell some in the first way from equality.
Imagine being able to eat. Yeah.
I'm the only blue guy who doesn't get to have voice chat. No, there's a couple of you. Farmer Main is also there. Alex doesn't have voice chat, and Alex was the OG physicist here.
I don't even know who Alex is.
Yeah, no one here knows. All you need to know is that there's a one guy on YouTube who has mod privileges that he got like over a year ago. And basically at any point you could join and ban all of you. Well, obviously I'm not talking to the upper classes. The upper classes will be fine. I think that was gonna be it for today's live stream. I'm gonna go to the shops. Then I'm gonna come back and join VC, probably walk on the video.
Alright then. Then I guess I'll just stay here.
Okay. Well, for now I suppose that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.